everyone, welcome to Cooking Dairy Free and Alpha Golf. Nancy, Friday Night Live. It is the day after Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday. So, my chat when I made the live earlier today, something went wrong. So I have to watch the chat on my phone. If I stop hitting the wrong buttons, I'll be alright. Alright, so there we go. We got that up. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving and everything. Coming that way. So I'll be kind of looking both. Stop looking right here. So we had a great Thanksgiving. We had chicken, baked potatoes, sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole. Anastasia had green beans because she doesn't like the just fried onions. She doesn't like onions at all. And then we had rolls, not homemade. They were store-bought. They're right there. And then see, we have pumpkin pie and we have chocolate pie. So the pumpkin pie is gone. The chocolate pie I didn't bring out, and I forgot to take some to Anastasia. So I'll probably sneak upstairs here in a little bit and give her a piece of pie. But we'll have some pie tonight on the live. If y'all noticed anything, I got my hair cut. So I got all the dead ends and everything all cut off and everything. Maybe a little bit shorter on the sides to the feather back, but that's okay. She goes, oh, your hair is stunning. I'm like, yeah, no, I used to have really thick hair because I showed her the picture of how I wanted my hair cut. She goes, it's not thick like that no more. And I was thinking to myself, I know how to get my hair that thick again. It's just that I haven't done it. I haven't, you've been using my flax seeds. Help with that, and I've always put that in my oatmeal or my cereal. And then castor oil helps with your hair to grow thicker too, not thin. So if I know I needed a good haircut just to get all the, it was just awful. Y'all saw it. Y'all couldn't stand it. And my son goes, why'd you get it cut so short? I'm like, do you know how the split ends and the dead ends I had on there? I needed a good cut so it could grow out better. So tonight we left the potatoes for my son, and us girls had mac and cheese. So we got leftover mac and cheese. We got leftover turkey and potatoes and those rolls over there. The sweet potato casserole and the green bean casserole are all gone. So we're going to sit here and we're going to come up with something new and something different besides the same old, same old. My mom always made turkey stew with rice and the turkey, and I think she put carrots in it. It was good. We loved it and everything, but after so long, you get tired of the same old. Then, there are sandwiches that you can do with that, and then everything sounds like chicken pot pie or turkey pot pie, things like that. So I'm going to try to do something a little bit different. I've been thinking about it all day long. I was like, I'll just come up with it when I'm on the live. I could not think of anything. I know I said something about using the Bisquick to make something. I don't know, since we got the rolls and everything, I don't want to get that down and, use it right yet. So we'll come up with something with these rolls and what we have left. Some things are coming together. So let's see what we can do. Now I'm going to go get a little pan here. And I have several of these. These are these little mini butt pans. And we're going to work something up. about greasy for some reason. Alrighty. Just going to lay those right there. Because I had a good wash. Oh, and then I was able to get the turkey sausage, like the long sausage. And then there was chicken sausage, like you would get like the kielbasa sausage. I got one that was chicken, made with chicken. So I had some of that left over too. So, we're going to see what we're going to do tonight. Hey, Karma, how you doing? All right, woohoo! Lurking in the background. Somebody needs to make a song about that. I wonder if Joy is listening. She can make a song about lurking in the background. I don't know about y'all, but it is cold here. I've got some hot water that I made for tea. Ever had just hot water and lemon? Actually, that tastes pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and make me some more tea. This is what I'll use. The lemon and the ginger and Twinings tea. I don't know if I talk too loud or if the sound is too loud. Because sometimes you get used to hear, you get the background noise going on, and it's like, ooh. All right, let me get a small pan. Because I am going to put this on here instead of just this on the light in the oven. I'm just going to do 350. Alrighty. So, bring y'all down a little bit so y'all can see what's going on. Put this over here. So this is the chicken sausage. This is the turkey sausage. I'm quite sure now. This is the chicken sausage. This is the turkey sausage. Anastasia ain't more of that. She likes both of them, so that's a good thing. All right. So what we're going to do here, my idea is we're going to take some of this mac and cheese. Whoops. That's mac and cheese. We're going to put some in here. I might need a different spatula or spoon or something. And I want to smush it down as much as possible. Sit down. All right. So what we've been using is the Via Life vegan cheese. This is the mozzarella shreds. Let's see here. We also got the Colby Jack. No, this is the Mexican style. They also have a Colby Jack. I don't think we have a Colby Jack. And then they do have a block of Parmesan cheese. So it just depends on which is on sale. Is what they pick up. Alright, so I need to move this over here. I'll use that later. Ooh. Well, that's an idea. I have mushrooms. I'm sitting there thinking out loud because I want to use those mushrooms for something else. I may make some stuffed mushrooms. Alright, I am going to put a couple pieces of sausage on here. Let's do this little one. There we go. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to do, once that oven beeps and everything, I'm going to put that in there to heat it. But then we're going to top it with some neat stuff. Hey, Robin, how you doing? So I'll set that over here. So like I said, we've got chicken and potatoes left over. And, no, because you always get tired of the same old, same old. So I'm trying to still think outside the box. Get this tea. It is 28 degrees here. It feels like 18. I love it. But it is cold. I've gotta, we still have that I made a few years ago. I just leave it there because it's nice and thick. But our front door and our back door have, it's not flushed. So what's one good thing about using the oven when it's cold? It helps heat the room you're in. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we had a great Thanksgiving and everything. Lots of food, lots of leftovers. No, I haven't watched a parade, oh goodness, in years. So we just, did our usual thing we do. They cooked the 2 turkeys in the oven roaster. Cooked the sweet potato casserole and the green bean casserole in the morning. And left it, covered it up. And that way we didn't have much to do for dinner and everything. So it was really good. We had a really good time. Then we got to see it snowing. I was so excited. It was snowing. Yes, it's snowing. I'm like, yes, it is. I don't care if it's flurries. It's still snowing. All right, so we're going to put this in. And I wanted it just long enough to let it warm up. So we'll go about 10 minutes. All right. So use the timer over here. Start. And this thing is funny because it'll beep like halfway through and you think the timer's finished. So we had these rolls. Now, for years we could not have Hawaiian rolls because it has milk. They had milk in it. Now this brand, Millie's, has no milk. Yes, I know it has all kinds of so much flour, malted barley flour, the 9% folic acid water, yeast, sugar, honey, wheat, gluten, allulose. As I say, all the words here I can pronounce. Monoglycerides, vinegar, sodium steroid lactate, calcium sulfate, turmeric, paprika, medium chain glycerides. That's a type of oil. Calcium phosphate, ascorbic acid, sesame flour, contains wheat and sesame ingredients. So, but it was what they wanted to get. Well, it's nice to sit there and that they have Aunt Millie's has a dairy-free option for those, there's nothing like homemade rolls and biscuits at Thanksgiving, and I just didn't think of it. Neither did they. So, but this is awesome. So thank you, Aunt Millie. And whoever works there, thank you so much. We appreciate it. I need to sweeten this tea. Alright, so before I start on this rolls, let me go get my stevia. Maybe y'all realize tonight I am not in no hurry at all. So this is the stevia that I use. It's the liquid Splenda liquid sweetener stevia 0. My son goes, no more sweet and low. Oh my goodness, that was Anastasia. She was born. That's been 11 years ago. That stuff is bad for you. Don't you use it no more. I'm like, you know how long we've been using sweet and low? Oh my goodness. Ever since my mom was diabetic. I guess I was in my early teens. But she took a pill. Then later on she had shots. But yeah. Or she was pre-diabetic or something or another. And I sweet and low was on the table ever since I was like 12 or so, whenever, But you're not going to use that stuff. And then the other ones, that's just good. And Nutrasweet, and then Splenda came out. Splenda, I have used Splenda before, and they didn't like that. And they don't like, I'm just like, we just use sugar. I said, well, the sugar's not good for you either, so I was like, well, let's stick with this. I know. Awesome. Wow. Awesome for snow for you. I know you love it. It's beautiful. Me, I'm too clumsy nowadays and end up falling. Well, that's the key that I do. When I watch the weather, when I get to the store, if I was been able last month and this month to be able to get to the store. But normally I don't. I just put everything on the grocery list and they go get, when they go grocery shopping. But I'm like, Wednesday, it was so cold and so windy and so blustery. I'm just like, oh my goodness. Now, when it snows and everything, this is what I did before I got hurt and everything. Would go the days before and everything, get everything because we get snowed in. I'm going out in it. So now when it snows and everything, I open the door, take my videos. I'm like, this is nice, and I'm enjoying it from the inside. I do not go out in it. I agree. To me, slip and falls in the snow, on the ice. Yeah, I'm like, I must slip and fall right here in the house. Much less do it on the ice. Oh my goodness, that's so good. I guess I'm drinking it warm. Whee! Alright, so I'm doing something with this one. Like I said, it was just long enough for that to heat up. Don't think there's any open cheese. I might have to. Open mozzarella. Oh, we're going to use the mozzarella. Put these back over here. Oh, one thing. We were stuffed. I know, I opened the fridge, I closed the fridge. Opened the fridge, and then I remember, oh, there was something else I wanted to get out of the fridge. Chocolate pie. It's been all the way in the back of the fridge, so I'm quite sure it may be halfway frozen. Alright, I'm gonna move this out of my way. So I'm gonna move these over here. We're gonna have chocolate pie here in a little bit. Let me see. I know it hasn't been 10 minutes. Oh, let's see here. Roughly it's 2 minutes and 48 seconds. So let's go ahead and take this out. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, there we go. When that beeps, that beeps. What we're going to do is we're going to take some cheese. And try not to burn my fingers. Alright, we're going to put this back in. But we're going to put it on the boil. Change the light. And let that be underneath the boil for like a minute. Enough to melt the cheese. So the minute and a half that's on there, we'll do that. Yeah, we put cocktails, we have that handle on the stove. You ready to do that? And then it falls on the floor. And I was like, really? I think I had one of the towel ones that you embroidered on there. I got from Cynthia. So that's a project I'll work on next year. And then, it ties on here, then everything won't fall off. We used to make those a long time ago. But yes, here is the chocolate pie. I think the video already came out and I did the whip typing with that. But that looks so good. So the rest of the whip typing I had, I put it in a jar and I use it in my coffee. Alright, so that's going to go off. We'll see how well this is melted. Oh, it's getting there. It's not as melted as I want it. So we'll do another a minute or so. So we'll stop that timer. Alright, clear. Thank you. We'll do 10 minutes. And while we're waiting for that, we're going to cut right into this pie. Now, this is a chocolate pudding that I made on the channel. One of the first few videos that I did. Woo. Ooh, we got Dolan. These are the graham cracker, the crust behind. There we go. All right. Leave that right there. that up. I'm going to get another spoon. Then I saw that spoon, and I'm like, oh, just get a clean spoon. Alrighty, we're going to have some pie. There you go. Oh, this is so good. A little crunchy there because the back of our refrigerator gets ice cold and everything freezes. That is good. So I'll save that for later. Oh, yeah. There we go. Nice and cheesy and melted. Alright. So I'm going to take the bread. And you want the inside. Because what you kind of do is kind of make a little crust on top. Now, if you have day-old bread, a couple of day-old bread, and everything, you can cut it into cubes and dehydrate it. You can dehydrate it in your oven, just dry it out. And you can make your own breadcrumbs. But in a pinch, you can do this and dry it out. And then we're going to stick it right back underneath that broiler light for like 30 seconds. You can eat the rest of this, or you can throw it to the birds or the animals. Let's see, I'm cutting fabric for the Bunny Hunter Mystery Quilt along. I'm watching. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I used my on my other channel, the affiliate links. I used that to get my yarn. So I was like, yes. Now, I was gonna say something. About that. Then I just lost the thought. But that's okay. Yeah. Oh well. Ordering stuff online for Christmas because the stuff that we like is online. A lot of stuff is in the store, but Anastasia has stuff that she likes, and so we've been waiting for the Black Friday sales or maybe Cyber Monday to see who's going to have what on sale. Then I'm going to do something with these rolls too. Alright, that should be long enough. Yeah, there we go. And I'll put that back to bake. So, here we go. Your mac and cheese, sausage mac and cheese bake is what I'm going to call it. It may not be something new or different, but to me it's new and different because I've never had it like this before. Um, because normally with the mac and cheese, they don't like adding anything to theirs. Me, growing up, you made a meal out of mac and cheese. Um, but this smells really good. And there you go. That's the way to use, if you don't have breadcrumbs or anything, just take your roll, take the inside of your roll, put it around, put it back underneath your broiler, and then you've got your breadcrumbs right there. All right, so leave that right there for right now. So let's do the rolls. What are you popping for? Anybody talk to anyone? I was not expecting that to pop. And yes, I jumped. I guess this was not the right knife to get this to do what I wanted to do. So I'm going to pull it apart. All right. So this is going on here. We're going to take some of the sausage. All right. There we got that right there. Now, I don't know what, when it comes to like the turkey or the chicken, y'all like the white meat or the dark meat? Now, if y'all want a big laugh, I'll tell you this joke here in a minute. Piece. This. All right, I think that's good. All right. We'll put some cheese on here. That. Don't want the cheese melting to the sheet pan. All right. So we're going to put this back in to melt. Let's see. And I'm to, the broom for tripping me up. I know. It's the same here. It'd be my cane. Like, what'd you do that for? I trip over my own 2 feet, and I'm like, what the hell is that going on? It's like, okay, dokie, something there invisible. I gotta leave me alone. I'm not falling today. So I worked in an office with my sister, and the ladies were going to go get chicken. There were 2 black ladies. They were really nice and everything. And also, they asked if I wanted any. I'm like, yeah, I'll put an order in and everything. And she did this. She said it jokingly, but purposely too, because it was a question. And she goes, "So Nancy, do you like white meat or dark meat?" We got to laughing. Oh, my face turned 10 shades red, and I got dark meat. She about hit the floor because she was not expecting me to say that. But I've always liked the chicken leg. The turkey legs and the chicken legs, and also it's all that's what I've every Thanksgiving and Christmas. I've always got the turkey leg, and so to me that's just what I like. But it was so hilarious because she was like, "I've never seen a black person turn red before." Her embarrassment, she did. But it was so funny. And I was like, "Oh, that was the laugh of the day." They know this, like, really didn't let me let that down. But I was like, wow, I can't help it. Every time it was the turkey or the chicken, everything, I like the legs. There you go. So I need to put a timer on that because I'll forget. Anyway. And the potatoes, I'm not doing anything with the potatoes because usually you can do mashed potatoes with them or scoop them out, mash the middle up and everything, add different stuff, and then do like a twice baked potato with it. That's common little things that people do with potatoes. Like I said, the green bean casserole, that's just the way it is, There's really nothing else you can do with that. And with the sweet potato casserole, the same way. You probably make that into a pie or something like that. But if you want to make a sweet potato casserole pie, that'd be pretty interesting, though. Let's see here. And then, as far as desserts go, we got the chocolate pie. Then I got a can of cranberry. No, not a cran. Yeah, I think I do have a can of cranberries. But I forgot to make anything with the cranberries. But I'll do that for Christmas. And then I have a can of cherry pie filling that I will do stuff with on the channel also here during the month of December. Making some cool desserts and stuff that's dairy free and alpha-gal friendly. So while we have a few minutes and that's doing its thing, I have something to show y'all. This is almost gone. It's just like light pink through here and everything, and depends on the light. So let me move this over here. And then, so that's probably actually, so there's the light. So this has actually really gone down a whole lot. I figured by Saturday it'll be gone. Maybe not completely gone. It does still itch a little bit. So let me get this out and I'll tell you what I did. All right. So, yes, it's like a slider. I'm going to add some other stuff to it. All right. I'm going to use those differently. So now, since we still have some mac and cheese left over, I'll put this thing over here. I want the cheese to melt so that the mac and cheese would stick to this a lot better. All right. And then, put that right there. You're going to put some French's fried onions on top. All right. There we go. Stick this back into the oven. And we'll sit there for a couple more minutes. And let that kind of crisp up. Alrighty. Cheers. Alright. So November 6th was the last time I went and got any allergy shots. And that was the same week I stopped eating beef. As far as beef goes, ground beef. Because I've been trying to see, one week was fine, one week wasn't, with any beef products and everything, what was going on. So when all that fiasco with the allergy shots and them not telling me exactly what's in it, what's the diluting they're using or whatever, I just decided we're stopping this. Plus, they still keep sending me a bill, and online it says I owe nothing. So they're gonna fight. They can fight with the insurance company to do whatever they need to do. So that was November 6th. And they had spaghetti that week. I said, nope, no more spaghetti. And it was hard because, my son makes the best chili I've had in a long time. He makes some great chili. So he had chili that week they made for 2-night meal. So I was like, so I did eat chili one night, and then the next night I ate something else. So I was like, okay, no beef. We want to see about what's going on. So there's been, all right, so no beef, no ground beef. Now, I did have a steak Monday, because that was grocery shopping day, and they found steak on sale. So since I didn't have any ground beef, I said, let me see about the steak and see what happens. I don't know if I really had a reaction to it or if my body was still processing whatever it's trying to get out, because I'm still doing the detox also. I had the steak, all the seasons that he uses, and I'm like Anastasia. I itch, and then you have to think, okay, is this just an immediate reaction, or is it just a psychological thing that, since you've already had reactions to stuff like that, that you still having reactions because you know that's what you're expecting to have. The steak, it's been a week. This has gone down and everything. So, Rebecca and I enjoying, and Cynthia and I have been talking, family's been talking and everything. And my son goes, I've seen that before on your arm, because we were talking about it. And he goes, my daughter-in-law thought psoriasis, because that's what he thought was on my hands. He goes, no, that's not psoriasis. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's something I'm eating, or the shots. So the more all of us got to talking and everything, contact dermatitis came out, and I was like, well, I do notice when I sleep at nighttime, because I sleep on my right side, so my left arm is out. It's not bent like this here. It's out on my leg, and when I wake up in the morning, it's gone down a whole lot. So today's Friday, so that was Monday. Monday, I was like, we have it's not the H bandage. It was not it was a white bandage, but it had the sticky stuff here, and so that made my arm itch and I had paper tape. Well, I took that off and got a paper towel and put it there and put paper tape, but I put the paper tape all around my arm, and the next day I had all these little bruises, which had gone away. And so I showed my son Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday night, because I didn't go live Tuesday. He goes, you better contact your heart doctor. He goes, that could be all dealing with your pacemaker. He goes, it could say it's doing fine. So they just, automatically downloads every 3 months to the office. He goes, that don't mean nothing. I'm like, okay. He was in a panic. So that night before I went to bed, I emailed my cardiologist. That morning I got an email. She goes, that has nothing to do. She goes, they do not feel like this is related to my heart or the monitor or anything, but to see a dermatologist. I said, thank you. I told her what happened, what I did with the paper tape and everything. That's probably where I got the bruises. May have had it on too tight. Who knows. So Wednesday, when I went out, I had my orange turkey long sleeve shirt on and everything. And when I got home and everything, I took my coat off and everything, and I'm sitting there and I rolled up my sleeve, and I'm like, oh. So, my idea of putting a barrier there, because when my arm bends, I'm left-handed. I write with my left hand, so my arm bends. When I've got the phone and I'm editing and doing little things or texting or looking up stuff, my arm is bent. So we're thinking part of this was contact from it contacting to each other. Because my son had said at one time, he goes, it's just your arm sweating. And I'm like, no, it's something I hate, because it did it on this arm. But with this hand, I use my mouse and I could keep my arm straight. So it wasn't bent. So it was able to heal up. So what I've done was the long sleeve shirts I do have that I don't get overheated in if I get too hot. So this is a thin one, so I have to wear, so I've got a shirt underneath, a tank top underneath and everything. And so it's thin enough that it's still breathable, but when I bend my arm, it's not touching each side. So I was like, that's as part of the wisdom of God, he'll sit there and like, all right, Lord, what is going on? I've done this and that. Please, I just sit there and get quiet and everything and pray. And it's like, okay, I know you're going to guide me to different things. And I got to take what everybody's said and just, listen, and then it's like, oh, okay. Now I know it could be from the bend of my arm and everything, and just needs to be covered up. So that's what I did Monday with that patch. Like a 4x4. Anybody who's in the medical field, I know what I'm talking about. It's not a patch, but I already had one. I already had the sticky stuff on it, but it wouldn't stay. So that's why I got the paper towel. And then that started to work with the paper towel there and everything, but the paper tape would always mess up. So I was constantly changing that. And then I realized, I'll just try to put the shirt on. If you get too hot, you can roll your sleeves up and then roll them back down, and then Wednesday, it looked really good when I got home, because I had that long sleeve shirt on, and then I had my coat on, and I'm like, okay, so this is what we're going to do until it clears up, is wear a sleeve that's breathable so that it's not contacting each other. And no beef, no ground beef, and no pork. My son made gumbo Thursday. They made gumbo. So uh, I've got the reel and stuff and everything. I just haven't posted it yet. But he had chicken and pork sausage, like kielbasa, and then they did the noodles instead of rice. And when I had, and shrimp. So I had that, and I was like, okay, since the sausage is already in it all together, there's no need to pull out the sausage and just eat the rest of it. So I had a few pieces, and yeah, my little finger, my pinky finger, I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, started, and I was like, yeah, that's okay. I'm good. I can have turkey sausage and chicken sausage. I'll be good. So that's what I did. I also got some cauliflower and some broccoli, and we got cucumbers over there. So I was like, get ready to, get with all this. I've been having trouble with beef, giving me terrible pains in the stomach. I've had lots of testing, but they can't figure out what it is. They're still trying. All right. So tell them to try to test for alpha-gal. It's an IgE test and IgA. But they should know what an allergy test is for that. And like we said, it could be the hormones that they put in the beef or the chemical, say that word, whatever they use to feed the cows and everything. It could be something from that. Maybe try. I'm willing to try the grass-fed beef and everything, but for the little pinner thing, I was like, I could get me like 4 things of sausages and just have egg and sausage, turkey sausage instead. I'm like, come on, people, it's grass-fed. If they're eating the grass, there's nothing else plus giving them the big grains and stuff. Why is that more expensive? And that's what I can't figure out. Alrighty. So make sure I turn the oven off. Get a plate over here. So reuse the plates I already have. We're gonna dig into this. So now you got the sliders over here. If you want to call them sliders, I say leftover chicken and sausage, mac and cheese, topped with French fried onion slider. We have our baked mac and cheese sausage with breadcrumb toppings. So I was trying to get everything all cooled down before I take a look at that. That's so nice and cheesy. That's good. Just the way it thinks outside the box a little bit. Let's see here. You're not supposed to fall off. It's supposed to stay on there. Everybody can see what you look like. There we go. Yeah, okay. See, that won't go be going well. That's so good. Try not to talk on my phone. That's really good. Both of them are. You can call this, I guess, some baked mac and cheese. You cut the sausage up more and everything, have it diced instead, and then stir it all up, and then do the same thing in a bigger pan. But if you just need something for a one-size serving, there you go. These make great quiches. When you make a quiche, you have your eggs and stuff, and whether you do a spinach or onion and bacon or whatever, turkey bacon, put it in here and makes it was really cool because when you flip it out, it looks like a little mini bump pan. I've done mini cakes and that, and I'll be doing that again with these on here. But yeah, oh, that tastes really good. I actually stuffed from dinner, and I was like, how about I eat for the channel tonight? But then I've got stuff. All this is ready for tomorrow. That way, there's no baking, no cooking, and everything. It's already done. Just heat it back up, like in the microwave or whatever. But if it's cold outside, like it's going to be, we can just heat it up in the oven. That way, it heats up the downstairs. And since heat rises, it makes the upstairs warm. And then, we're all good. It is. It's really good. And the one thing about that with this one is the sauce with whether you use regular sausage or turkey sausage, chicken sausage, and everything, you don't have to put any seasoning in it because the sausage is already seasoned. So that just makes that all much better. And that was easy to do. I didn't make the bread fall on the floor. Oh my goodness. But yeah, there we go. Some leftover ideas. Like I said, with the potatoes, I was just not feeling with potatoes tonight. I'm like, I've had enough with everything else, because we still got a lot of mac and cheese left over. We made a big helping and everything because it was us three girls that ate the mac and cheese and left the potatoes for my son, and he didn't eat all the potatoes, so I was like, he goes, "There's potatoes left." I said, "That's good." He goes, "All right, just stay for Anastasia tomorrow." I said, "That's good too." Because I'm stuffed and everything. And then we have our chocolate pie. That's pretty cool. That tastes really good also. And everything. So there we go. Some quick, easy meals. Some good ideas for leftovers. I guess you could call that a sandwich. You can open face sandwich, however you want to do it, sliders or something other, with something a little bit different. We don't have ham. We haven't used ham in a long time because it was just so salty, and then nobody really ate it. It was just the next couple of days, it was good, but then it was just like greasy and so salty, so we stopped getting hams. Oh my goodness, Anastasia's 12, so 10 years ago. So it's been that long since we've had ham. And even if we soaked it overnight and everything, it was still just like so salty. So we just stopped getting it. What did you say? It would take me a while, but I'm coming over to you. Come on, Robin. Come on. We'll have a good time. Yeah, my computer, the chat for the YouTube on the computer is on haywire again, so oh yeah. And then I'll make spaghetti next year because I've got to find somewhere that has yellow and orange tomatoes, because all I find is the red tomatoes in the store. And then until I grow my own, but I want to try a different kind of sauce besides like the red tomato sauce before I do spaghetti again. Because I like spaghetti. I miss having spaghetti. It's just that I'm not going to use ground beef, and the regular pasta sauce gives me heartburn. And I'm just like, since it's so nice to go to bed and I don't have heartburn, I really don't want to start having that again. And all, you know, that's the good thing. So thank y'all so much for being here tonight. I hope y'all have enjoyed yourself. We've had lots of laughs, some good food, and some fun and everything. Next Friday, we'll be cooking like for Christmas. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. As I tell everybody, from January to June goes slow. From July to December goes fast. When did that change? I don't know. But thank y'all for being here. Y'all have a wonderful and safe night and safe weekend if y'all going out for sales and everything. Be checking on the weather. Make sure you check on neighbors and your animals and everything. So God bless. Stay safe. We love y'all. And we'll see you next time on Cooking Dairy Free and Alpha Golf with Nancy.